Good evening, welcome to my laboratory. Here's a little gadget that I'm using to demonstrate the use of an infrared LED photodiode pair to detect whether or not the passage in between the two is obstructed by a shadow or by something that's not perfectly clear. Here's an Arduino Pro Mini, 5 volts in. There's an LED that I'm using to monitor what's going on in the channel between the IR pair. And there's a little piezo buzzer that is also monitoring what goes on in there with a pitch change. I'm using the tone statement to control the pitch of the piezo buzzer. And I'm using map statements to take the raw, to scale the raw reading from the IR photodetector, which goes into an analog input pin. The map statement scales that raw reading into pulse width modulated output number for the diode and a tone frequency number for the piezo buzzer. Okay, and so here's what it does. So the brightness of the LED corresponds to the clarity of the channel, and the tone goes up as the clarity decreases. So you could have, say, a tube of liquid in between the diode, the LED, and the detector, and the tone would tell you how clear that liquid is, or how cloudy it is. Same with the light. Now, a lot of times you can actually see the infrared output of an infrared LED with a video camera where you can't see it by eye. So let's see if that's the case here. Yeah, you see that little pale white dot right there? I'll hide the red LED so you can see it. That's the infrared emission showing up on the camera, whereas it's not visible at all to the unaided eye. So if you have an infrared LED and you need to know whether it's working or not, try looking at it with your digital camera. You may be able, or even a webcam, you may be able to actually see the emission with the camera, where you can't see it with the naked eye. Alright, thanks for watching.